So Vermont is very Yale-like, which should concern us all. We'll learn more after they play UAB tonight. But John Becker is coach at Vermont. He's got a great reputation back east. One of the best mid-major coaches in the country. Been doing it a long time. Vermont was ninth last year in scoring defense. Team scored 62 points against them. They were ninth last year in not turning the ball over. We turned our first two exhibition opponents over enough to score 25 points per game in those games. So those points off turnovers are going to be really pretty much non-existent. So because they'll do a great job caring for the ball. They're picked to win their league. They've been picked to win the league 8 out of the last 10 years. They got a chance to four-peat, which has never happened in that league before this year. So we knew that this was going to be a game against the field right from the very beginning. They'll run really good offensive stuff, hard to guard stuff. Got a dominating point guard in Bogues. Their bigs are undersized, but are physical. They're almost physical to a fault. And they got a couple of dead-eye shooters, kind of like Yale had. So it'll be a really scrappy team. I would expect a very close game tonight up in Birmingham. So we're excited to go out getting started.
Bruce, I guess you talked about what they do offensively. Vermont, your defense, obviously played well in those two exhibitions. What are you looking for from that group in particular in the opener?
Defense, what are we looking for?
Just defensively, what are you looking to see from them in the opener?
From us, we got to continue to do a better job of defending without fouling, being aggressive without fouling, because of this group of guys at Vermont been together a long time. They work well together, and if you overplay things too much, they'll beat you back door. And they've got their bigs can shoot it a little bit too, so you got to be concerned about that. They're an excellent ball screen defensive team, and ball screen offense is important to us. I know them all over the place. I'd like to, obviously, see us continue to grow, defensively. Thought we rebounded the ball extremely well. The last couple games, our size, commitment to it. Again, we're going to have to, personnel is going to be important in this game. So paying attention to the personnel. It is actually they're a little bit more like Furman than, obviously Florida Atlantic. So completely different opponent than we played on Friday night.
So I was going to ask you the other night. We saw Tahad, leave the game early. Is he going to be all right?
Yeah, he should be fine.
Okay.
Yep, he should be fine. Just tweaked his ankle, I think.
Bruce, what did you like out of Miles Kelly, getting to see him really for the first time after he had to return from the illness?
Well, I thought Miles probably exceeded my expectations a little bit just because he'd only been to one contact practice and then he played. Obviously got a little bit of rust, but obviously shot it really well and rebounded it really well. And he's got that length that we now have at that position. We've got. Our guards all play big, and I think that can really help us defensively and rebounding wise. And again, just regarding Vermont, I think the scouting report's important. Long can really shoot it from a long way and really quickly. And Bogues is a dominating point guard, and their big kids are tough matchups. So it'll be an important game, important scout for our guys to pay, to be able to lock into a really different scout, unique abilities.
Bruce, Chad hadn't had a ton of scoring in those two exhibitions, but a lot of assists from him. Really good defense, very disruptive. Just how pleased have you been with him? Just what he's done, trying to be a stronger all around player in year two.
Well, we're better with Chad Baker on the floor. His plus minus against Furman was plus 28, and even though he didn't shoot it well from the perimeter, you obviously did a great job. 6 assists and 1 turnover, and it was really good. It was really good off the ball defensively, and so I think that the guys are getting used to, again, playing together. Playing 10 guys double-digit minutes is not what they're all used to, and so getting into a rhythm pretty quickly when they come off the bench, I think is important, and just figuring out a way to continue to play well together.
Bruce, Janai said at Media Day he wanted to continue to expand his three-point shot and improve it. Is that something? I mean, how much do you guys necessarily tap into that from last year, or does it just feel comfortable at this point? Do you do anything differently offensively now that he showed he can be a good three-point shooter last
there's
year?
a few things that we can do to take advantage of the fact that the big won't we'll leave him a little bit at the perimeter, and it's just about Janai making good decisions about when he shoots those shots. Again, this game is going to be a third fewer possessions than we had the other night. So we're going to have to take good shots. It won't be quite as much freedom.
Bruce, did you like what you saw to J.P. Pegues in the second half against FAU? Is that something you can build on going forward?
Yeah, I thought JP played really well, shot it well, played with confidence, was solid defensively. Again, 5 assists, 1 turnover. No, that was Tahad. But I just thought he played really well. And we had a the issue would be we were excited about playing Melton Scholars exhibition game. We didn't treat it like an exhibition game. We were pretty, ready. Florida Atlantic was an NCAA tournament team from a year ago. They're pretty fired up, and so I don't want an emotional letdown. In other words, there's no disguising the fact that we played well. We played really well, and to me, I wish we hadn't played quite so well, and so that way we can try to play better against. It's going to be hard to play better than we did. It's going to be, and again, it's just going to be so different against Vermont.
All right, Coach, you're 11 at Auburn. You're 30 overall. Most teams are starting off tonight. How excited are you to get your team officially playing on Wednesday in front of probably another sold-out crowd?
Well, we're going to find out where we're at. One good thing is this early schedule, including even these first 3 games. We're gonna learn a lot about where we're at, and so obviously I'm excited about it. I was happy for the kids Friday night that they got to play in front of a sellout crowd and in front of against a really against a pretty good team and play so well. I don't imagine the energy. I want the same energy in the building Friday night, but Friday night before a Saturday football game, there was a lot of energy in the building, and we're gonna have to bring that. We're gonna have to bring some of that energy maybe ourselves, or I hope our fans and the band and I hope our I guess I put a shout out to our fans that let's treat this one like it's the opener, not Friday night.
All right, thanks, Coach.